Well, it's the most wonderful, streamingest time of year. Erin Zimmerman, president, KC Women in Film and TV, is here with her nice and naughty list for what's binge-worthy this holiday season. I got to stop off the top, though, because you did not include my favorite streaming show in this list that we're supposed to talk about today, so I'm hijacking your list.
Okay.
Let's talk about The Mandalorian and how awesome it is.
I was just going to say, what's your favorite show, Bill?
Or
if you hadn't told me already.
Really, it's not The Mandalorian, it's the Baby Yoda show.
It's the Baby Yoda show.
But I love this show. Do you love it?
What do you love about it?
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, okay. I enjoy it, and I didn't forget, just right here, I kind of forgot to add it to the list just because I'm like, there are so many new streaming platforms, and so, I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just giving you some grief. No.
I really like it. I think it's a really good strategic move on their part.
On Disney's part,
right? You know, since they're ending Star Wars, you know, it never ends. It truly never ends.
Is it really ever going to end? No.
And what better way to kick off, you know, their streaming platform and everything else than with Baby Yoda.
With the Baby Yoda show. But no, it's a really cool, you know, the way I like it is because it's more of a Western-themed Star Wars, which, you know, with Star Wars, there's always, you know, a Western that took place in outer space.
Right.
But, all right, well, enough about The Mandalorian. I want to talk to you about what you're here to talk about today.
Yes, I recommend it.
Okay.
And obviously you recommend it.
It's a good thumbs up, double thumbs up from both of us. The Marvelouos Miss Maisel, right?
Yes,
Let's talk about this. Third season.
Third season just came out. They just renewed it for a fourth season, which I'm super excited about. I've loved this show from the beginning. I love the costumes. I love the quick wit and humor.
Yeah.
This season was really no different, and they left me on a cliffhanger that was more cliffhangery than the last season.
No.
And I'm like, okay, last season I was like, okay, that's an okay cliffhanger, but I also knew I knew what was coming next.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening now. We don't know what's next for Mrs. Maisel. Did she ruin her career? Did she make it better? We don't know.
So this is a good cliffhanger. It's hard to predict what's coming next then, huh?
Yes, and I think it's, you know, the writing is just as sharp as it was before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same writers who did Gilmore Girls, and that went on forever. So in my mind, I'm like, I would be okay at this point. I'm not always like this with seasons 2 and 3 and 4. I would be okay with Marvelouos Mrs. Maisel going on forever.
Just in perpetuity, continuing on.
Right, they're in 1960 right now. Let's just keep it going.
Just keep it going on. The Crown is out for its third season. Also has a brand new cast for the third season. So does the new cast detract from that show at all, you think?
I don't think so at all.
Okay.
I think they very smoothly came in. There was no, like, it wasn't like they were transitioning a new cast, obviously. It's still the same characters. And I think they gave it a little older cast and a little, like, they kind of time traveled just a bit. It is, I like it. I'm not going to say it's easily bingeable because it's rough. I mean, there's dry British humor in it, but also at the same time, it is a life story. And so it's super fascinating.
Tough to sit down for a whole lot of it, though.
Right. It's not something where you should sit down and try to watch all of them unless you're like super jazzed by that, because it's just one of those things where you need to pay attention to this show. This isn't something where you can be working at the same time. But they get into some rough stuff when it comes to the Queen and aging and different aspects of her life, from being a mother and being a queen and all this other stuff. I really love it, and I love this cast.
All right, well, definitely, that's The Crown. Now, what should we be watching during for family holiday time here? I know we have we loved Claus, or on Netflix, and Noel on Disney Plus. Some good family movies. What about streaming wise?
Right. So you've got Green Eggs and Ham season 1, easily bingeable, good for kids.
Okay.
I personally liked the book better, so if you have time to sit down with your kids to read it, great. But if not, I mean, this is fine too.
Okay.
That's one that you could definitely like start out all sitting on the couch together, and then the parents can be like, "Oh, we've got to get some other stuff done."
What about one to avoid then for streaming with the family? You got one of those? Maybe we don't have to watch.
One that you don't have to. This is gonna really hurt some people. It's gonna pull at some heartstrings. It's Dolly Parton's Heartstrings.
Oh no.
And that's only because I am not a Lifetime movie, I'm sorry, Hallmark movie person. Nothing against Kansas City. But that's very much what it is. So Dolly Parton is basically, she's taking some of her most famous songs and they make these little, I call them movies. They're supposed to be like vignettes, but it's like an hour to an hour and a half long each.
Wow, okay.
Right. not easily bingeable. If you like Lifetime and Hallmark movies,
this is right up your alley.
Go for it. They are, for the most part, family friendly.
Okay.
I couldn't do it. And the soundtrack to each episode that's an hour long is basically the one song.
Oh, is that one song?
Right.
So you get
so
different.
if you really love the song Jolene and you can watch an hour and 20 minutes of it, do it.
All right, and then finally we're wrapping up 2019, 2020, just a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
What is coming up in the land of streaming real fast?
We've got You Season 2 is coming out next week, next week, right after Christmas. And that's sure to be a thriller that, I mean, people love thrillers right now. They love the murdery thrillers. And so if you want a murdery thriller, go for You Season 2. And then also in 2020, I'm really excited. John Cusack was in town last
really?
month.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
He was in town last month. I moderated a conversation with him, and he was talking to us about this new show he's been working on that he just wrapped called Utopia. And he worked on that with Gillian Flynn, who is a Kansas City girl who wrote Sharper Objects and, what's the other one that I can't think of? Gone Girl.
Yeah.
And so they just wrapped that in Chicago, and that's coming out hopefully mid-2020. So.
All right, fascinating. Something to look forward to. And it's a streaming show. Okay, with John Cusack. Very interesting. Erin, well, we appreciate your suggestions, what to avoid and what to look forward to here in 2020.